Hello, my name is Rodrigo Duran, and today we're gonna see this problem. As limit approaches -3, 5 over x plus 3. So, what we're gonna do here is that, as we can see, our problem is no longer factorable. So if we add 3, if we substitute -3 into x, we're gonna get 5 over 0, which means we do have to do something. So this is what we're gonna do. Since it's not factorable anymore, we're doing the variable with the largest exponent, which is the only variable here, x, is going to divide every other value. So x is here, x divided by x, 3 divided by x. After this, we're going to evaluate. Or let's change this, going to be -1. So even though we do this, we get a 0 as a denominator, which is supposed to be wrong. So here we got clear our answer is going to be does not exist. Thank you.
As we already know, and we already learned about it, there are strict rules we have to know before derivating. For example, if it's by definition, which is in this case, there is a certain process which we have to make to get to the answer.
Okay, we know that by definition is mean you're gonna put the same thing, x plus h plus 5. That is by definition. We're gonna add the h wherever the x is. Well, that's not it. The problem is when there's a square root affecting the derivative. So if it is affecting at the end, well, not the end, it's gonna complicate things. So we are gonna put the negative of the derivative to make sure we are gonna cancel it. We're gonna cancel it at the end. But there's another thing. Whenever you have a square root, you have to cancel the square root for you to get to the derivative. So you're gonna put the same thing. It's like conjugating. You're gonna use the conjugating method, meaning you have a negative here, you're gonna put a positive here. Okay, now we have this. And you're gonna divide it by h, and that h is going to multiply the same thing. Okay, once you get to this step, you're gonna multiply this by this, this by this, like conjugating, like conjugating, for example. You're gonna multiply that one by that one, that one with that one. And then you're gonna multiply the the h to this one and this one. So at the end, the answer will, for example, in this case would be x plus h plus 5 and minus x minus 5, because the negative is affecting the square root of x plus 5. Okay, then everything, h gonna multiply by this, so you're gonna only put x plus h plus 5 plus 5. Then the other one plus square root of x plus 5. Okay, once you get to this step, now it's easier, because now you can cross out, for example, plus 5 and -5. Negative x and positive x. So you have only the h on the top. So now you are gonna rewrite x plus h plus 5 plus square root of x plus 5. Now, what we have here, we can cross out the h, so we are left with 1 at the top, and we cross out the h of the first term besides the h. So we are left with x, square root of x plus 5 plus square root of x plus 5. So at the end, we're gonna add this 2, and the answer will be 2x plus 5. Okay, basically what we did here is we use that certain rule for getting rid of the square root. So you have to make all of this process to get to the answer. You have to take out the square root for you to get to the derivative, like we have done here. A thing I forgot to say is that, and by definition, which is the process we made to get to the derivative of square root of x plus h, the h tends to 0, so that's why we cancel out the h's and the h here. That's why our answer at the end was 1 divided by 2 and 2 square root of x plus 5.